Hello guys, welcome to another Serenitea Pot video. Today I bring you a design built in Summer Chase Peak at Emerald Peak. As you may already know, building stuff in Emerald Peak is pretty hard because except for Spring Peak, every area is divided in two, meaning that you have to balance the load limit to decorate two places with coherence. And I think you can guess why I almost never build on Emerald Peak for these videos. But here we are! I'm working out of my comfort zone. Woohoo! So, about this design, it's a bamboo-filled mountain village in the Liyue style. I really wanted to give it a rustic feeling, so that's why I chose the wooden platforms for the first half. I wish I could have placed more bamboo though. I feel like the cost for the trees is too high sometimes. I hope you like the lamps between the screens and the entrance to the first half of the design. I thought it looked magical at night. The second half of the design is still in the same vibe, but I wanted to make it into a more commercial part of the area. I thought the area upstairs really looks like a cafeteria on top of the mountains. Do you like the view of the waterfalls from there? But yeah, I hope you enjoy the color palette. I went for plants that grow in Liyue and it ended up being very green. I really wanted some green though. When building in floating above, I almost feel locked into orange tones. So it is refreshing to build a Liyue village with more green vegetation. As always, both parts of the design respect entrances to other areas of the realm, so you can visit it by walking if you wish to. I don't think this is a must. I don't think you need to do this, but I don't know, it just feels more organic to me. I always do this, I don't know. Now I'm going to go a little bit off topic. I bet you have noticed that I started streaming on this channel recently. If you're wondering why your teapot design builder, whatever I am, is streaming now, well, it's just so I can make some teapot codes of my old designs for the Asia region. My channel will still mainly produce stuff for the Europe server, don't worry. But yeah, I just wanted to try, because people always ask me, is this design in the Asia server? And some people are very kind and donate their replica space to me. Thank you, Arif. Thank you. But it's not always the case, so I thought, why don't I do it myself? And the answer to that is it's very time consuming. So I thought, hey, maybe I could stream it so it's entertaining to some people to watch me go through the motions until I finally make my first replication of one of my old designs. So that's what I'm doing. It's still teapot focused, it's just another kind of content creation, I guess. But yeah, if you are interested and you have any suggestion of which old design should get an Asia server replica in the future, like the first one you want to see, or I don't know, one you're interested in having, let me know in the comments. If not, I will just pick it myself, so you have been warned. Anyways, if you're wondering if I'll ever make an American account, well, I mean, it's been on my mind for a bit, not gonna lie, but currently playing in my new Asia server account has really reminded me of how much time gets invested into making an account that can actually function and build these things, which requires a lot of materials and blueprints, the drill, for the teapot. So I really don't know if I want to do that as of now, but maybe when I'm done with setting up the Asia server account, I will change my mind. I don't know. I'm still wondering if this is a good decision or not. We will see. Only time will tell. Anyways, as you can see, I placed a lot of rocks underneath the buildings in the first half of the design. That is because I didn't want it to feel like they are floating for no reason. I wanted it to feel like these houses were really built in the place, taking the environment into account. So you may not like the rocks underneath. You may think it's a waste of load. It's totally up to you if you want to, remove them and do something else, or maybe you want to use, a subspace platform, like one of the floating boulders instead, which is completely valid. I just wanted that rocky feeling and also the rustic vibe, so I went and did a fusion of sorts, something a little bit weird. I don't know if you will like it, but I mean, it was in my mind, and I don't know what's with art, but there is some sort of catharsis from getting an idea out of your mind when it's been there for forever, like it's been so long in your mind. It just feels so good to just lay to rest. I don't know how to describe it. Just know that it's done. It exists now. I don't have to think about it anymore because I have made it into a reality. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I feel about drawing, and also about this video sometimes. Like, oh, I really should make that design I have been thinking for a long time. I wonder how it will turn out, and when it's finally done, I just feel that relief, like, oh, I don't think about it anymore. It exists. It's a thing now. Wow. That has happened to me with most of my designs. I don't know, it just feels so good to, wow, now it exists. Now I don't know. I'm sorry for rambling about this for so long, but yeah, that's something that is in my mind a lot. But yeah, it's been a couple of days since I last uploaded a Teapot video, and I'm sorry about that. I know you may feel like, oh, she's focusing on streaming now, but I hope you don't feel betrayed. The streaming is still with Teapot content in mind. It's not like I'm branching off to something completely different. It's still Teapot related, and my main content, I want it to still be the Teapot. I hope you see where I'm coming from. You'll see me place those wooden sticks from Inazuma. I don't even remember their names, but yeah, those pointy wooden pillars. I placed them a couple of times, and I end up removing. I think I end up removing them all, or almost all of them, because I feel like it makes sense, to have like a beam of sorts to support the structure. But then when I ended up placing so many rocks underneath, I kept feeling like maybe the wooden beams are not something that that makes sense anymore. I changed my mind a lot as I'm building, and this recording, I think it shows it very much, because this recording is a stream of consciousness as I was creating it. Don't get me wrong, I had tried this design before. Like, this is not the first time that I was creating this. I had practiced a little bit, and I had very much like an idea of what I was going to make. I just didn't exactly know all of the details of how everything was going to go, and I think you can tell by how many times I play something and then delete it. I hope that's not very annoying to watch. But yeah, and the second part, as I said before, it's more like a commercial kind of place, but I still wanted it to feel like a mountain village kind of vibe. So I had to, make it go a little bit upwards while also respecting the two entrances to the wooden bridges to the other sections. So that was fun, although a little bit stressful because, you know, having to balance the load between two sections and also respecting entrance points and also maintaining the theme, that was hard. I'm not going to lie, it was hard to come up with it. It was kind of hard, but watching it now, I guess it looks a lot more simple. I guess watching stuff being done is I don't know, when I watch my own videos, when I'm editing them, I always feel like it feels easier than it was when I was making them, if that makes sense. I don't know. It's like I'm watching it from a different point of view. Also, yeah, there was a little cut there. That was because my OBS decided that I don't know, it stopped the recording, but I don't think much of the footage was missing. Just I floated that little plant on top of the rock there. Yeah, yeah, it feels so different when you watch content from when you make it. Even watching your own content feels that way for me. I don't know if anyone else can relate. I know not everybody makes content, but yeah, in this part I was really struggling because I wanted it to feel like a little enclosure with the wooden panels in the floor and all of that. And I had a hard time balancing the mountain part with the wooden part. I hope I'm making sense. I'm always so self-conscious about my accent and the way I pronounce things and my choices of words. I'm not ever sure if I'm communicating the way I want to. I wanted this to be a viewpoint for the waterfall that is in the background of the realm, because I barely ever build in Emerald Peak, and I thought I'm going to make the most of this realm. I want to make a point like upstairs so you can watch the waterfalls, because I find them really beautiful, and so I did. I think the secret to this design is the amount of rocks that were used, because you should not underestimate rocks. I think rocks really can make an environment work. Rocks are pretty low, so they work pretty well to build environments and make them feel natural, while also, looking neat. I don't know how else to describe it. Anyway, it's a Liyue theme. You were supposed to expect rocks. You should have expected the rocks. If you didn't expect the unmoving Kingston, then I don't know what to tell you. It's my favorite rock, okay? But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this design. I put a lot of thought into it, but I don't think it quite look at the way I wanted it to look. But I think that's something that happens to every teapot builder ever. The load limit always, limits what we can make. So I think it's a little bit of a wonder that it made any sense whatsoever. Anyways, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope to catch you watching my videos some other time. Bye bye. See you. Enjoy your day. Have a nice day. Bye bye.